Some time ago, I spent quite a bit of time making my way all around the Middle East, and one of the countries I visited during that time was Oman. Now, even though I knew that Oman was going to be awesome because they had very few people and a lot of camels, and obviously a lot of deserts and palm trees and beautiful nature and stuff like that, but I didn't expect it to be one of my favorite countries in the world because it's just so nice, so serene, so remote, so beautiful, so next level amazing. Oh! So when I landed in Oman, I rented a car, a 4x4 car, and spent 10 days driving literally all around the country. I was sleeping in my car every night, watching the stars, bathing only in the incredibly beautiful beaches, chilling with the camels, and just having an absolute blast. So apparently it took me quite a while to edit this video, but it's finally here. So I'm very excited to share it with you. Hope you're gonna like it as much as I liked during the actual road trip. And yeah, have fun. Let's go. I'm currently in Oman and I just rented the coolest car ever. Right here you go. And now I'm ready to go on a really cool adventure all around the country. Ah! It's a beast. I left the capital of Oman called Muscat and drove a few dozen kilometers south until I reached my first destination of the trip, the Yeti Beach. Welcome to the beach. It is huge and almost empty. It's not too hot, not too cold, perfect weather. Yay! I wasn't in the mood to go bathing just yet, so I hopped back into my car and left the beach a few minutes later. Ha! Look at these goats, eh? Hanging out in the sun. I continued making my way down south across incredibly beautiful mountains and never-ending dirt roads. I've been on this dirt road for about 1 hour now and I haven't seen a single other car, so I have no idea where I'm going. Even though I was happy having all of these breathtaking roads all to myself, as evening approached, I figured it was time to go have a shower. So I came here. Yeah! It's insane! Once I left the Bima sinkhole, I parked my car a few meters away from the sea on some random rock and prepared for my first night in my beautiful travel car. I just made myself a home. That's my wonderful blanket, some clothes, some water for the night, and a huge bed right here with very good views. It is 6:30 in the morning. I just woke up and look at the view. That's the view from my window, that's the view from my trunk, and that's the view from my front window as well. This is exactly what you call a hotel with a view. By the way, breakfast buffet is included. We have some digestive light cookies, 30% less fat, and some gorgeous bananas as well. After that hearty breakfast, I put my swimming trunks on and went for a casual swim in the Arabian Sea. That's what you call a good morning shower. It was clean and refreshed. I proceeded further down south towards the most popular wadi or natural pools in all of Oman, the Wadi Shab. Oh! Whoa! So sleepy. Go look at the view, eh? Ah! Yeah, nah, it took me a lot more than one dive to reach this magical waterfall. I had to cross the whole wadi to get here. Look at this cave, wow!
Okay, careful.
It's so small, wow!
So small, yeah.
Looks good though.
Your head will just fit through.
You guys made it, yay!
It's awesome!
Yay! Shit! My head is too big for this! Ah. Look at this waterfall! Wow! There's another cave in here. Tiny hole. Your boy Jacob is climbing up the waterfall. Ah. This is the end of Wadi Shab, unless you have some special climbing gear and you want to go all the way up. But it's gorgeous, it's really nice. They have a waterfall, a really nice cave, and beautiful canyons all around. I love this place so much. Let's go. Woo! Now that I've seen some of the many breathtaking places Oman had to offer, I was hyped more than ever to explore as much as I could. So I spent hours driving even further down south, visiting various places on the way, and crossing large deserts that were completely empty of people.
Whoa! Look at the birds, bro! Woo! Yes, yes.
The next morning, I woke up right after the sun rose and began searching for a ferry to the biggest island belonging to Oman, the Masira Island.
So apparently there's only one company here that's running ferries on time. However, both of the early morning ferries got cancelled for some random reason, and they only have one at 12. So I would have to wait 5 hours. But then I came to the board myself, and apparently there's some other ferries that do not have a timetable. So I went inside and said, what time? He said, no time. We full, we go.
An hour and a half later, the ferry was full of cars, and we finally set off for the Masira Island.
Welcome to the Masira Island, boy! Here we go.
The first thing that struck me about the Masira Island was how empty and remote it actually was. The island is exactly the same size as Singapore, yet it is only inhabited by 12,000 people versus the 5.6 million that live in Singapore.
This is some sort of a road that I'm taking towards the mountains. That is the beach and that is the main highway. And I've been here for quite a while and I haven't seen a single other car.
Another thing that became very clear very fast was the fact that the Masira Island was home to some of the most beautiful beaches I had ever seen in my entire life. Hands down.
Who needs shower when you have this? Look at the color! Just another random place in Oman, apparently with 0 people, except for your boy Jacob. There's no one on the beach, there's no one on the highway, and there's no one in the water. Maybe some sharks.
Having spent the whole day having a total blast in those beautiful beaches, it was time to find my hotel for the night.
How'd you like my hotel for the night? That is the beach right there. These are some beautiful mountains in the background and a huge valley. Check out the view from inside. How good is this? So apparently every night here in Oman, I'm staying in a different hotel with different gorgeous views, and all of them cost absolutely 0. They're all for free, and the best part is that there's no people in here. You have the whole hotel to yourself.
The next day, I hopped back to the mainland Oman and continued going down south.
Welcome to the Grand Canyon. It's not the one in Nevada, but it's the one in Oman, and it's pretty good. This is what you do when you want to take a good picture, but you're traveling alone.
Places like the Omanese Grand Canyon definitely made the ride more interesting, but so did my constant travel companions, the legendary wild camels.
What? What's up, camel? How's life? Dude, look at this. Hello. Look at that. There's so many camels in here. There's like 30 or more. I've never been around so many wild camels in my life. Just casually hanging out by the beach surrounded by mountains. It feels like these things can only happen in Oman. Just a casual day in Oman. Beach, mountains, dozens of camels.
And the best thing about these travel companions was that they kept me company absolutely everywhere I went, all around the country.
Look at this. What? There's so many camels. Just casually crossing the street, eh? There's like 100 or so. Wow. So far, I've met many times more animals here than people. There's tons of camels and bulls and cows and fish and whatever else. I reckon I can even find some dragons in here. Who knows? Who knows?
Eventually, I found myself in the most southwestern point in all of Oman, the Al-Houthi area that had some absolutely mind-boggling views.
What is this, dude? It's so weird, wow. Can you hear the sound? It comes from here. Ah! 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 Shit! There's some water coming out. Dude! This is quite scary, eh? Some water, please. Just some, some water. But look at the views of the surrounding area. This is insane. They have some really huge rocks all around, crystal clear water right here, trash bins, even though there's no people here. You can hike up to there or even further. Woo! Now this is what you call a good view. Dude, this place was so amazing. That coast was one of the most beautiful coasts ever, and definitely the best one I've seen in Oman.
Then I proceeded driving to Salalah, the second biggest city in all of Oman, famous for its incredibly beautiful beaches. I didn't spend too much time in Salalah, but honestly, it felt really good to get back into civilization for that one short day.
Apparently everything seems to be very deserted during the daytime, but at night there's so much action in here because it's really hot during the day, so everyone only comes out right now. This is what you call an awesome dinner. A hummus plate, a falafel box, and a Greek salad box. I love Salalah and the food.
My final destination, Muscat, was exactly 994 kilometers away, but I couldn't care less as the roads were incredibly beautiful and tons of awesome places awaited me, starting with the Nizwa Fort, Oman's most visited national monument.
This castle is so big, it feels like it's another town. They have their own roads, a huge market, hundreds of different shops. Like, look at those walls and the gates and the roads and everything. It's crazy.
Later the same day, I arrived to the Al-Houthi Cape, which is estimated to be 2 million years old and stretches for 4.5 kilometers.
No pictures are allowed inside, but I have the best guide ever. He allowed me to take some pictures. Assalamu alaikum, boss. Look at all these sculptures. This is a lion head, lady face, old man face, lady sitting in a chair, that's her back, Buddha face. They also have a lake here in the cave. We're at the very bottom. Apparently it connects to some lake outside if you go down there. Is it far?
Yes.
If you swim there for 800 meters, you'll go outside to some huge lake. This rock, it starts over there and it goes all the way to here. So big, dude. The funniest thing ever happened just now. So I go inside the cave and all the security and everyone, they're super strict about photos and they say no photos, you'll get a fine and you know, all that stuff. And then I go inside and there's this guide and he seems to be so bored, but like kind of funny at the same time. Like all his descriptions were so sort of slow and descriptive. And I'm like, hey dude, yeah, what's up? You know, we start talking and I'm like, do you like your job? He's like, no, I've been doing this for 13 years. It's boring as And so we sort of make friends and then he's like, dude, come here. Let's wait while the other people in the group, they go forward and then you can take some videos. And I'm like, what? This is amazing. So we were just sitting there waiting for the people to move and we're like, yeah, just go. Apparently he told me so many cool things about the cave that no one else got to hear because they just went forward. Wow. Thanks, man. You're the best.
As interesting as all those places were, the best one awaited me the next morning.
It's 6:30 in the morning right now. But check out the view from my hotel room. We have mountains, we have some sort of a town, we have rocks, a gorge right there, a huge cliff. Look at the gorge though. It's insane. So nice. I'm of course the only person right here. There's literally no one else. The whole night there were no sounds, no cars, no nothing. When I leave Oman, I'm definitely gonna miss these sort of camping sites.
Sometime that morning, some locals told me about this really cool hotel on top of a mountain with legendary views of the surrounding area. I thought it sounded like a nice place for my breakfast and went to check it out.
That's the hotel, this is the reception, the rooms are there, and that is the...
Yeah, nah, this was definitely the best breakfast I've had during my time in Oman. Hands down. 100%.
It's so good, it's crazy.
Then I decided to head towards the Jebel Shams mountains, the tallest mountains in the country, and the roads leading up to them obviously didn't involve any highways.
I have no idea how my car still hasn't broken down because I'm taking such crappy roads almost every day, dude. It's crazy. There's so many rocks and sand and everything. Wow. But it's still going, so I'm happy. I'm a happy boy.
As always though, it was definitely worth it.
Let's check the view from the cliff. Look at the view. Look at all those birds. This is one of the most beautiful views I've seen in all of Oman. And once again, there's no people here. There's just me in this beautiful canyon or gorge or whatever. I don't care. It's just beautiful.
I had an absolute blast checking out the Jebel Shams mountains, but honestly, I don't think I was prepared for what came next.
Look at the road I'm taking. This is the road that goes all the way up to those mountains, and this is the view around it. It's insane. It goes all the way down, and then that's the continuation. I don't know where it ends up, probably crosses that village or that village. Somewhere there in the mountains. It's so beautiful here. Wow. This is so steep, it's insane. It's hardly controllable. It's very, very narrow and very, very steep. There's so many rocks and sand as well. It's insane. Woo! 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 Oh! I have no idea how I haven't crashed yet. It's crazy. I can hardly control my car. It's moving in all sorts of directions all the time. There's so many rocks and sand on this road, it's crazy. Last day, I'm making it count. Crap. Can't even see the road. Oh, it's here. Let's go, let's go. No, stop. Whew. Almost, okay. Whew. Oh my goodness, I can't believe my eyes. Is that concrete? This is concrete. Whoa! Oh, my butt is happy now. It's so soft. I can't believe it. I'm driving on asphalt right now.
After all that time crossing those massive mountains, I decided it was a pretty epic idea to have a quick bathe in the local hot springs.
Oh, so slippery. Oh. Hot springs in Oman. Here you go. As always, surrounded by rocks, mountains, and palm trees. Yay! Salam!
Alaikum salam. This is my country. This is Arab and Handala.
Handala. Pleasure. Handala. Good man.
Live in Sharqiyya.
Yay!
Live in Muscat.
Oh, he's drowning. He's alive from Muscat. Yay! This is called the Omani tan. Omani tan. Yeah.
Later that evening, I finally arrived to the place where it all started, Muscat.
I started at 49,000, now it's 52,350, which means I did 3,350 kilometers all around Oman. That's way more than I expected, wow. It turns out that Muscat is actually a really nice city after all. That's the Sultan Palace, this is some sort of a big square. We're obviously surrounded by mountains and some castle towers on top of the mountains. It's gorgeous, dude. Once again, it's not overcrowded, so it's okay.
Then I treated myself to a legendary dinner and made my way to the very first place I had visited during this trip, the Yeti Beach.
This right here is the Yeti Beach. This is the very, very first place that I visited during my trip around Oman. And because this is the very last night of the trip, I thought it makes a lot of sense to come back and sleep here. That being said, I need to take a shower. Woo! Woo! So I guess this summarizes my 10-day long trip all around Oman, which was absolutely amazing. Better than I could ever have imagined. Because it's one of the most beautiful countries ever, and it's completely empty and very serene and nice, and the views from the hotel rooms here are the best in the world. That's it. That's all there is. Yeah, I still remember that last night on the Yeti Beach. It was around half a year ago, but seems like it was 10 years ago or something like this. But it was really beautiful. I woke up a couple of times that night, watched the stars, just chilled on the beach and had a lot of fun. That being said, thank you very much for watching the video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you ever visit Oman, you're an absolute legend. Yes. As always, one thing before I bounce, if you want to get real-time updates for my travels, check me out on Instagram at Jacob Lokaitis or Jacob Lokaitis. I don't know which side. Either way, find me there. If you ever go to Oman, send me a selfie there. I'll smash the like button 100%. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you later. Bye-bye.